Are we live?
I think we're live. Soph, are we live?
Are we live, Soph?
Soph, look. Look.
Soph. Hey.
You're going to be a Facebook sensation. So good afternoon, everybody. Happy 4th of July. We actually took a day off yesterday from our live because we had the dogs and we just had to catch up, get groceries, and do all that kind of good stuff yesterday. So we didn't do a recap of our trip. So we are doing the recap today. And Sophie decided to join us. She likes to be outside. So we are coming to you from Lincoln, North Dakota in our backyard. If this is your first time tuning in with us, we are the trustees. I'm Chris.
I'm Tony,
And
behind Sophie.
And this is our beautiful little Soph. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for watching the girls. They had a really good time. They're sleeping, so obviously they had a really good time. That's much better. All right, so I hope you all can see us and you can hear us. So, Mr. Trustee, how many miles did we do? Mileage.
We're going to go straight to dork mode. Okay. Let's talk about how long was this trip. In the end, it was in between 4,850 miles and 4,900 miles. Unspecific in the exact number because of it. Through 12 states.
What states?
It's good to be the star, isn't it? You can dictate what goes on.
I can ask the questions.
Okay,
It's my
started
show.
in North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, South Dakota, and then back to North Dakota.
Sophie's like, holy crapola. All on the motorcycle, right?
Uh-huh.
That's craziness.
We, in fact, had to witness fog, heavy rains, blistering heat, in traffic jams, mind you. Recap areas that we'd already driven through because of traffic jams, construction, different things like that. And we even had to go through a forest fire in Colorado. So we had many obstacles on this trip, which was very nice. And even on one part, when we were looking forward to all the crazy, boring desert driving, we were going to get to the Four Corners, and exactly, remember how we said that we weren't sure how far we were going to make it because we didn't get to Flagstaff? We get to Four Corners exactly when they're closing the gate. And of course, they're very cooperative about opening the gate for us. Didn't happen. So we're in the middle of nowhere driving hundreds of miles to get to it, and we can't even see the little thing on the ground, the little circle that says
monument.
These are the four little states that you're in. But anyway, we got to that point at least.
Yeah, we got there at 8 and they closed at 7:50. Seriously, 7:50. And there was a guard. We couldn't get in. It was, yeah. I don't know why it's such a secretive area and you can't just go whenever you're there, but it was very frustrating. Because we really I wanted to see the Four Corners anyway. I think you have.
I have.
So
Christy. See how weird that sounds? What is your favorite place?
I don't know. It was hard for me. That question was asked last night. What was our favorite place? Of course, I love the ocean, the beach. But I have a love-hate relationship with California. I lived there for 9 years and then another 6 months with Tony in Northern California. My other time was in Southern California. I truly miss the beaches and I love the beaches, but I hate the traffic. And
Hate the traffic.
you know, it was kind of alarming to me when we were walking in the city in San Francisco because we forgot to talk about this. And I said I was going to do it in my live and then I forgot. But we were walking around downtown just trying to get to the shopping district, and everybody had earbuds in or they were on their phones. Everybody I felt was just so disconnected. They didn't pay attention. You know, and I get everyone does their own thing, but to me it was just a very sad thing to see.
It's almost like everybody was trying to ignore all the chaos around them.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
So they're still living in the city, but they're trying to ignore it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just was very disturbing, and I just can't say that, you know, when I was younger it was great to live in the cities, but I can't do that anymore. I don't know. So I don't know what our favorite place would be.
Oh, don't say our. I
or
have
what
my
mine
favorite place.
is. I know. Well, you had a favorite place at every location.
Yeah,
we
well,
were building houses all over these states.
This is
people.
the problem. She is not as much a small town person as I am. I love the small towns. I love the mountains. I do love the ocean. I love to be at the ocean. But if I had to pick, Living wise, Missoula, of course, just because you can live there and still be in the middle of the mountains every day. But my favorite place is Telluride. As you can see by my shirt, I love Telluride. It had history. I love history. I love old architecture. It was the Old West, yet it was still a new place, kind of like Jackson and Aspen and the other big ski towns. But I love Telluride, so that was my favorite place.
Yeah, I don't know. Everywhere we went was beautiful. It was an amazing ride, even though we had our little ups and downs, but it was still all
There's
good.
a lot of roads that everybody, if they ride a motorcycle, need to ride that were on this trip.
Yeah.
And we mention them every time.
Yeah. And I think we have states that we want to go back to and just spend more time in that state, Colorado being one of them. So, and I think Tony has my brother-in-law, Troy, convinced to move to Missoula.
Yeah. Missoula's it.
I don't think
we're
my
just going to
sister's
uplift
totally
the whole
on board
family.
with that either.
Whole family. We're going to Missoula. That's it. Okay.
They feel if they gang up that mom and dad will go and everybody will just follow, but I don't know. So anyways, on our last day back, which was on Monday, we had a very interesting experience. We decided to go through South Dakota around the hills to get back home here and then kind of take some shortcuts. And as we got up to the state line in North Dakota, we noticed that there were some very interesting looking clouds in the horizon. And we kind of looked on the radar and it didn't seem like we could possibly miss. Well, right before we got I guess we got about 30 miles down the road, and then the lightning started, and the cloud just kind of started turning black and just getting really almost turned into a mushroom state. It was crazy. Of course, I didn't have my camera, so I couldn't take pictures to show this. But we literally had to race home, and we still had about 40 miles at that point. We thought we were missing it, and then we turn a corner and it was like it was moving quite fast on us, but we literally made it home minutes before it hit. There was hail. We had flooding in Bismarck. The mall parking lot was flooded. The underpass was flooded. It was crazy. So we were lucky that we got home in time, and then we had another storm again last night. I'm getting told that I need to wrap it up again.
She talks. Lordy.
So anyway, so that was like the last hoo-ha of our journey, as we had to race a storm. What else were we going to talk about?
Fireworks.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if we'll do a live tonight, but Lincoln is crazy for fireworks. They can't shoot them off in Bismarck. They can in Mandan, and out here it's just insane. And we actually have a guy that lives across the street. We first moved out here, he brought out pellets of fireworks. He hasn't done that since, but last night he was in his garage and he's got a ton of fireworks, so it's going to be an amazing show out here.
Explanation, Lincoln, you take every downtown fireworks show that you can think of, and you take a 360-degree view of where we live at our house, and there are literally dozens of each one of those, plus the everyday mom and pop little ones in between all of this. So it is like you're standing in the middle of the largest production fireworks show you've ever seen in your life in this little small town of maybe 3,000-4,000 people. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. Everybody comes out here because they know about it.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely ridiculous display. So that's what we're going to have. Last night we did a little bit of our own, and tonight this is when the big show starts.
Yeah, my brother and his family came out, and we did fireworks for about 2.5 hours. So it was good times with them, and we had another storm rolling in, so we had to cut it short, I guess. But that was fun. So we might do a live tonight so you guys can see how crazy it is out here. Our big dog M, she doesn't like it at all. The little ones are kind of okay with it, but she's not. She really freaked out last night on us. So, what else?
That's it.
So we will be doing more lives once a week. I'm not sure what our topics will be, but you will be seeing more of us. I know Tony's done a lot of stuff put a lot of stuff on Instagram and YouTube and
I
all
flooded
that good
everybody
stuff,
in about a day and a half. So
yeah,
sorry about that. Just trying to get it all on there while I had a chance.
Yeah. So we just want to thank everybody who tuned in, who commented, who liked, who shared the love. We hope you guys had a good time with us. I know that we had a good time. Now we got to get back to work and pay the bills.
Start doing it.
Woohoo!
So,
Yay. So anyways,
ATMing for an MBA.
so if you don't know what that means, drop us a comment and we'll let you know. Anyway, so everybody have a good 4th of July. Be safe, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.